John Brenan being dragged in front of a grand jury, Obama panicking. Days numbered by Kara Curry for RWNofficial.com. Veteran D.C. Attorney Joe DiGenova is someone that President Donald Trump trusts. DiGenova was President Trump's initial pick to represent him in the Mueller probe. However, DiGenova was forced to step aside due to conflicts. Still a part of the inner circle of the Trump administration, DiGenova gave a clear and concise picture of what is currently happening with the high-stakes gamble taken by various members within the Obama intelligence community and others to infiltrate the Trump campaign and frame Donald Trump with Russiagate in an effort to overthrow a duly elected president in favor of their candidate of choice. Key among the participants is this Machiavellian plot is former CIA Director John Brenan. Brennan's involvement is thought to have dovetailed with the FBI's recently disclosed Operation Crossfire Hurricane. The name Operation Crossfire Hurricane was the code name given to the CIA's earliest counterintelligence investigation into the Trump campaign. The FBI claims the entire operation was launched based on the drunken ramblings of a low-level Trump associate George Papadopoulos to a Clinton-linked Australian ambassador. It has been speculated that Papadopoulos may have been set up from the very beginning after being fed information by a professor named Joseph Mifsud. Interestingly enough, Mifsud is now currently listed as a missing person. I want that answered. Where is Mifsud? How could that be? So it's becoming more and more clear John Brenan ran a Russian false flag operation against the Trump campaign using elements associated with the DOJ, the DNC, and MI6. This is Jack Posobiec's tweet, May 16th. DiGenova appeared on Fox News and sat down with Tucker Carlson to discuss the recent developments with the former federal prosecutor and former special counsel. We know that Hillary Clinton was illegally exonerated. We know that there was a significant and concerted effort to frame the current and sitting president of the United States with crimes by infiltrating his campaign as well as his administration with moles and spies by the FBI. We have learned that the crimes were deliberately committed by the FBI senior members of the Department of Justice, John Brenan, John Clapper, or James Clapper, right? I think that was a misprint. I forgot his name. My mind went blank because I always call him Clapper. James Comey and several other associates with the Democratic Party. Neither Donald Trump nor his associates have committed any crimes. DiGenova explains that the FBI willfully, deliberately, and purposely sent people into the Trump campaign in an effort to plant false information, then force that information to be forwarded back to the CIA, funneled to the FBI, then use this false information in FISA applications. DiGenova stated everybody involved in that process who knowingly participated committed a crime. I already put his interview up. You can see it on my site with DiGenova and Tucker Carlson. So it goes on here that he says that he's supposed to be in front of a grand jury, and he better get himself a good criminal attorney. And here I want to show you guys, here is where Brenan is in front of Trey Gowdy, where he's making the false claims.
Utah, Director Brenan, why is it important to protect the identity of U.S. persons as part of our surveillance programs?
And look how nicely Trey Gowdy is speaking to him. Do you see? No, listen to Gowdy's tone. Listen to Gowdy's tone here.
Referring from Utah, Director Brenan, why is it important to protect the identity of U.S. persons as part of our surveillance programs?
Because there is, I think, a right of all Americans to privacy, and that...
Isn't that a crock, right? The right of all Americans to privacy. Meanwhile, they were wiretapping Trump and everybody involved with him.
Sometimes information is collected about U.S. persons who may or may not be involved in any manner of criminal activity. And therefore, respecting that privacy of U.S. citizens, the intelligence community goes to great lengths to cover the identities of U.S. persons if they happen to be included in an intelligence collection.
For all those reasons and others, and again, we're not talking about leaks. We're talking about masking within the intelligence community, right? We're not talking about reading it on the front page of newspapers. We're talking about prohibitions that you place on yourself with respect to identifying U.S. persons as part of our surveillance programs, right?
That's correct.
All right.
Yes.
And you just cited some of the very important reasons that we do that, and I would assume that there is a process, a protocol under which the intelligence community goes through if they seek to unmask a U.S. person's name.
That's correct.
Have you ever requested that a U.S. person's name be unmasked?
Yes, I have.
Have you also either approved or denied requests of others that a U.S. person's name be unmasked?
I don't recall in my tenure at CIA any decision on unmasking for someone else coming up to my level. It would have been, that decision would have been made at a lower level within the agency.
Are you aware of any requests within the community that were denied?
The first one.
Do not...
Oh,
I didn't
yes,
have visibility into requests that were being made across the government, so...
Oh, yes, he does. The first request that they made that was denied mentioned Trump's name in the FISA case. And so that was denied, and that's why they used Carter Page's name, because when the FISA court saw Donald Trump's name in the beginning, they automatically denied it. Notice how he was squirmish about answering. Do you know of any that were denied? I got news for Brenan. He's going down, and he's going down real fast there. So I am unaware of it. Yeah, so Brenan IC says Trump has not tried to get them to drop the investigation or push whatever. Let's take a listen to Shifty here.
Wanted to follow up on a comment that I made in the opening statement, and that is with respect to a number of the allegations that have been made recently that the president or his aides may have sought to enlist the help of members of the IC or Director Comey himself to drop the Flynn investigation. Have any members of the IC shared with you their concerns that the president was attempting to enlist the help of people within the intelligence community to drop the Flynn investigation?
No, sir.
Are you aware of any efforts the president has made to enlist the support of intelligence community personnel to push back on a narrative involving the collusion issue that Mr. Rooney was asking about?
I am unaware of it.
Well, at least he told the truth there. So Speary wrote in February of 2018, stating that Brennan's congressional testimony. We all know about Brenan. Well, at the bottom, it appears as if the whole house of cards is about to come crashing down. And as it does, Brenan continues to behave even more irrationally. As more is revealed and the plot continues to unravel, it is becoming clearer that Brenan is unhinged. Remember, this is the very same man that insisted on being sworn in under Obama on an original draft of the Constitution without the Bill of Rights and all those inconvenient amendments, spied on members of Congress, endorsed torture, and ran Obama's covert drone war. Considering the direction things seem to be going for John Brennan and his role in what may be the largest scandal in U.S. history, DeGenova's advice to get a very, very good, I might add, he said, criminal lawyer seems sound. Meanwhile, as congressional investigators and the DOJ's Inspector General wrap up their investigations of what happened, we wonder just how much deeper the rabbit hole goes. It's unbelievable. They're going down, and poor Adam Schiff seems so depressed that Brenan didn't have anything to say. And here is Paul Speary's tweet here. A major new front is opening in the political espionage scandal. In summer of 2016, Brenan and his FBI liaison, Strzok, along with the help from John Kerry, were trying to set Russian espionage traps for minor players in the Trump campaign through cultivated intel assets. Yeah, to set them up. Absolutely. There you have it. And DeGenova tells it like it is. Well, he's going to be in front of a grand jury for sure very soon, and he better get himself a very, very good criminal lawyer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.